about a pressing issue that affects millions of people around the world, poverty. Poverty is not just a lack of material possession, but it is a complex social and economic problem that has far-reaching consequences on individuals, families, and communities. Poverty is a multi-dimensional issue that goes beyond just income levels. It encompasses various aspects such as access to education, healthcare, housing, and employment opportunities. People living in poverty often face multiple deprivations simultaneously, which can lead to a vicious cycle of poverty and exclusion. The impact of poverty on individuals is devastating. It affects their physical and mental health, education, healthcare, and employment prospects. Children growing up in poverty often face are more likely to suffer from malnutrition, poor health, and cognitive impairments. They are also more likely to drop out of school and engage in risky behaviors such as drugs and criminal activity. Adults living in poverty face higher rates of chronic diseases, including disability and premature death. They are also have limited job opportunities, low wages, and poor working conditions. Governments have a critical role to play in addressing poverty through policies that promote social inclusion, education, healthcare, and employment prospects.
Sa kalinga. Kung kasi ni Dara, yung panood.
This includes investing in education and healthcare, providing affordable housing and infrastructure development, creating employment job opportunities and entrepreneurship support initiatives. Governments should also ensure that policies are designed with the participation of communities affected by poverty to ensure the effectiveness and sustainability over time. In conclusion, poverty is a complex social and economic problem that requires multi-dimensional approach involving governments, civil society organizations, and the private sector working collaboratively towards a common goal. Through policies that promote reducing poverty and promoting social justice, by addressing the root causes of poverty through policies to promote social inclusion, healthcare, housing, and employment opportunities. For all members of society, we can break the cycle of poverty and exclusion for millions of people around the world. Thank you for it.
So, sana po makikita lahat kasi tayo ay magka-college na and isa to sa mga common. So, hazing, scandal, and for healthy environment by Anthony B. Enriquez, grade 11 study. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to talk about the topic that has been subject for different controversies and debates in the past year. It is the college hazing. But before that, what is hazing after all? Hazing is a tradition that has been deeply ingrained in the culture of some of the fraternities and sororities in the Philippines. They're using physical abuse to test the loyalty of the participants. They also use this as a practice that involves not only physical but also mental and emotional abuse. While some argue that this is the way to show bond with their senior members and also to strengthen their self-esteem. But in reality, this is a physical abuse. It violates basic human rights and cause of even death. In fact, according to the data from PNP National Police, there have been at least 12 hazing-related deaths since 2007 alone. As a student who has dignity and an advocate of social justice, I strongly condemn this practice. Hazing is not only immoral, but also criminal. It violates basic human rights and goes against the value of our society. It is a high time that we put an end to this barbaric tradition. I implore all of you to stand with me, demanding a stop of punishment. We have to make those who committed horrible crime answerable for their deeds. The victim of hazing, who frequently suffer in silence out of fear of reprisal, also need our help and protection. Establish a culture of respect, responsibility, and accountability requires a cooperation from the entire community. In closing, I urge all of you to take a stand against the college hazing. Let us be the change we want to see in our society. Let us promote a value of compassion, empathy, and respect for others. Let us create a better future for ourselves and for our communities by putting an end to this barbaric tradition. Once and for all, thank you.
Social justice against racial discrimination. Nowadays, if we are going to observe our surroundings, there are still people who's trying to bring it about. They're trying to use all your weaknesses against you, particularly when it comes to race or ethnicity. There are still threats and injustices that always happen, especially when you have no capability to fight for your cause. Judges, teachers, and to all my fellow classmates, a pleasant morning to all of you. My name is Virna Ritana Advincula, and it's a pleasure to stand here in front of you to share my thoughts about this social issue. Racial discrimination is a system that hinders the fair and just treatment of all race, thereby affecting the overall justice system. Injustice has been a persistent issue in our society, perpetuating disparities in access to resources, opportunities, and basic human rights. The effects of these inequalities are far-reaching, impacting individuals, communities, and the broader social fabric. In order to avoid this kind of social injustice system, it is crucial that we listen to individual voices and to their aspirations. To achieve an equitable society, it is essential to address the root causes of injustice and work toward systemic change. Racial discrimination refers to the unfair treatment of individuals based on their race or ethnicity. It can take in many forms, including prejudice, stereotyping, and unequal access to opportunities. Racial discrimination can have a significant impact on individual lives, leading to social, economic, and psychological harm. And one of the most significant impacts of racial discrimination is the perpetuation of inequality. Because of their race, people of color are frequently excluded from opportunities in the field of education, work, and other pursuits. And this can lead to a cycle of poverty and disadvantage that is difficult to break. Racial discrimination also has a profound impact on mental health. People who experience prejudice and stereotyping may develop feelings of low self-worth, anxiety, and depressions. In addition to these individual impacts, racial discrimination also has broader societal consequences. It can exacerbate tension between various ethnic and racial groups and contribute to social unrest. Additionally, it can ingrain systemic disparities in our society, which would make it more challenging for people of color to achieve upward mobility. In order to build the system of justice that we certainly deserve, it is essential to promote equality and justice for all individuals, regardless of their race or ethnicity.
one word. For me, I see technology as ambivalent, highlighting its dual nature. Modern technology helps us to do something with a little effort while shaping the job markets in the future. This parallel is evident in the emergence of AI Sportcast, introduced by Jim on September 23, 2022, during the National Collegiate Athletic Association Philippines, or NCAA Philippines Season 19. This AI Sportcaster aims to enhance sport, which is really helpful by providing sufficient coverage, real-time analysis, and multilingual capabilities. Exemplified by Mia and Marco, this AI Sportcaster excellently processing vast amount of data, generating insightful prediction, and delivering news in multiple languages, such as English and Tagalog. Their ability to adapt to a various linguistic nuances enhances accessibility for a diverse audience, showcasing the positive impact of AI in modernizing and broadening the scope of sport journalism. And even though that AI lacks emotion, which was a grave assist to journalist Paulo Garcia, he argued that AI lacks the innate ability to convey excitement, feelings, and emotion that define the intensity of sport and acts as a bridge that connect the audience to the game. We must not forget that technology is evolving over time. It gains capabilities beyond our initial expectations. And these capabilities are significantly altering future job markets, just like the transformation witnessed in agriculture. The gradual integration of machine has significantly transformed the traditional practices of farmers. Initially, machine began by assisting labor-intensive tasks such as plowing and harvesting, eliminating some of the physical burdens on farmers. This initial tweaks allowed for increased efficiency and productivity in agricultural sector. As time progressed, the role of machine expanded beyond mere assistance, leading to the shift in the dynamics of farming. Automated technology ranging from tractor to advanced harvesting equipment gradually replaced manual labor. And do you even notice that? Maybe not, because a lot of us are distracted by this technology. Or maybe yes. But did you do anything to stop this? This is the reason why I'm here, standing and encouraging you to look beyond the advantages of this technology. Let us not only witness, but truly feel the impact of this technology in our lives. Embrace the efficiency it offers, but don't turn a blind eye to the shift in the dynamics of our job markets. Together, let's embark on this transformative journey with an open heart and a resilient spirit as we navigate the changing landscape. Let our collective awareness serve as a guiding light. We are not just observers. We are the architect of our future. Feel the pulse of change. Share the concern and ignite a sense. Thank you.
Endure within the solitude. Greetings. It is an honor for me to have the chance to speak to such a prestigious viewership. I want to discuss with you today the importance of understanding the benefits and drawbacks of mental health. My purpose is to raise awareness about mental illness and to support those who are affected by it. In actuality,
What is mental health? Is it significant that we understand its nature? Should we really be concerned about it? Have you ever experienced being alone and lonely at the same time? It is indeed important to know and distinguish what would be the effects of being mentally unstable. You can be alone, but you can never be lonely. In the world full of uncertainties, we are facing enormous and different kinds of challenges. We should always be aware what does this so-called mental health is and how can it contribute to ourselves and to the entire society. Mental illness can be caused by anything. Bullying, being abused, poverty, and many more. But how can we prevent it from happening? The importance of physical and mental wellness is equal. Mental health is a state of successful performance of mental function, resulting in the productive activities, fulfilling relationship with other peoples, and the ability to adapt, to change, and to cope with adversity. Furthermore, it can be challenging to know whether there are persons who are experiencing these disorders, particularly one of the following: adjustment, mood, anxiety, or personality disorders. It's impossible to predict who would be impacted, whether they be individuals experiencing mental instability, hallucinations, anxiety, or negative thoughts. They may be the person seated directly beside you, or they could be someone close to you, like your mother, father, siblings, friends, or even yourself. Let us remember that prevention is always better than cure. And we ought to constantly make an effort to comprehend in order to avoid situations like this. Not everything is about us, but not everything is about others either. We should learn to understand and to balance things in order to be fair. Don't give up. Have faith and don't be afraid to ask for assistance or to help others. Because just like Matt Haig said, mental health problems do not define you. They are something you experience. You walk in the rain and you feel the rain, but you are not the rain. Thank you very much for listening. I am Andriana Irati Porto, a grade 11 STEM student.
The Procrastinator's Guide to Getting Things Done. Tips and strategies for overcoming delay. Good day, everyone. We all know that handling a huge pile of works is really hard, especially when you don't know how to manage your time. Well, that's when procrastination takes place. Today, I am going to talk about the possible effects of procrastination, specifically to the students, and dig deeper to understand the factors that affects our daily performances. To begin, procrastination is the habit of delaying the important task by focusing on less urgent or doing easier activities instead. Aside from the thought that it is easier to sit down and relax rather than stressing ourselves out because of those tasks, there are other reasons why students procrastinate. This includes perfect get to a situation where I feel I am less motivated and my mind is filled with unnecessary thoughts. When an individual lacks motivation, they may encounter struggles to find the energy and enthusiasm to start or complete a task. This also leads to distractions. As I have mentioned some of the reasons of procrastination, let us proceed to its possible effects. When tasks are left until the last minute, it can lead to increased stress and anxiety levels that could also affect your quality of work. Procrastinating can result in lower quality work due to the lack of time completing the task properly or when working under time pressure. Avoiding procrastination can be challenging. As a student, I have some helpful strategies that we can use to help us to keep on track and complete tasks on time. Set realistic goals. Goals should be specific, manageable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Smart.
It will help us to keep focused and motivated as we work towards completing the task. We can also break our task into smaller parts so that it will be more manageable and less overwhelming. Focusing or prioritizing first the most important task will ensure that the most critical tasks are completed properly and reduce the risk of missing deadlines. Providing or creating a schedule to stay organized and track the activities or tasks that we need to do before the deadline comes. Another effective way is to eliminate distractions such as turning off notifications on phones, working in a quiet space, or using noise cancelling headphones. This will help us reduce the temptations to put off tasks. However, those strategies will be useless if we don't practice self-discipline. As we grow, we must teach ourselves to practice self-discipline. We should not normalize procrastination because it can affect your viewpoint in your life. Learn how to face the struggles that we might encounter throughout our journey in our life because this trains you to become a better human. Thank you.
Orbina. Okay.
Love sees sharp. Hatred sees even sharper. But jealousy sees the sharpest, for it is hate and love at the same time. Romantic relationships has their own branches. And for this one that I'll be bringing up today is very common. Greetings to everyone. I'll be tackling about jealousy. More specifically, my topic, jealousy and insecurity in relationships, unraveling the emotional complexity. Resentment, anger, hostility, inadequacy, and bitterness. All these emotions can all be felt when jealousy comes into our system. We always ask why we feel this way. Well, there's no answer for that, which makes it more frustrating. In a romantic relationship, our partners always tend to make us feel special. Not until a person triggers you. It all comes down from there. It's no longer just a person now. We notice the slightest interactions, the gestures, the changes. Our emotions are complex. Let's admit it. We can't even understand ourselves sometimes. There are many things that can be the root of these feelings. For instance, our partner can be really friendly sometimes. A person wants our partner's undivided attention. if they're too insensitive, or it's our partner's actions that makes us feel not secure. Or at sometimes, it's us getting jealous over our partner's life. We get jealous of their successes when they have more. It's not healthy, but we feel this way. But not everyone will do this. Jealousy and insecurity can have Jealousy and insecurity can have various effects in the relationship. This can range from mild to severe, depending on how it is expressed and managed. It can lead to controlling behavior and a sense of possession over the partner. This can restrict personal freedom, independence, causing resentment and strain in the relationship. Individuals experiencing this may also suffer from low self-esteem. The constant comparison to others is felt and it takes a toll on one's self-worth. Jealousy and insecurity can be handled in many ways, depending on how it is managed and interpreted. It can fix and let you have more secure relationships. It makes you feel at ease, or it can actually tear it apart. It will only depend to you and your partner. We are liable for our own emotion and actions. Too much love can cause too much pain. Thank you.
The effects of gadgets on children's health. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about a subject that has become increasingly important in our modern society. The effects of gadgets on children's health. Nowadays, the use of gadgets is widespread. Children are exposed to a variety of electronic gadgets such as gaming consoles, tablets, laptops, and smartphones. While there are numerous benefits and conveniences to these devices, there are also risks and negative effects on children's physical and mental health. Firstly, let's consider the physical effects of excessive gadget use on children. The prolonged use of gadgets often lead to a sedentary lifestyle and lack of physical activity. This can lead to a variety of health problems, including obesity. Additionally, prolonged exposure to screen can cause vision problems, and excessive use of the device can cause poor posture, leading to back and neck pain. Secondly, let's talk about the social impact that gadgets have on children's health. Gadgets facilitate social connections, but excessive use can lead to social isolations and loneliness. Children may prioritize virtual social interactions over real ones, resulting in a lack of skills. In addition to that, using devices while eating can compromise social etiquette and impair communication skills. In conclusion, even though gadgets offer many benefits in modern society, it is important to be aware that they can have a negative impact on children's health. Excessive use can lead to physical, mental, and social health problems. By promoting balanced lifestyle and setting appropriate limits, you can help your children enjoy the benefits of technology while protecting their health. Thank you very much.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to shed light on a pressing concern that affects the beautiful archipelago of the Philippines: earthquakes. The Philippines sits along the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it prone to seismic activities. These tremors, though a natural phenomenon, demand our attention and preparedness. The frequent occurrence of concerningly strong earthquakes underscores the importance of raising awareness about safety measures. From constructing earthquake-resistant buildings to educating communities on evacuation procedures, every step taken towards preparedness can save lives. Before an earthquake, Lastly, know your surroundings. Identify safe spots in your home and workplace. Be aware of potential hazards like heavy furniture or glass that could pose a threat. Next, keep a well-stocked emergency kit with essentials like water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, an emergency kit, and documents. Lastly, understand the evacuation procedure plans in your community. Know evacuation routes and assembly points. During an earthquake, it is mandatory to stay calm. It is also essential to know, lock, cover, and hold on. Drop to the ground. Take cover under a sturdy piece of furniture, like a table, and hold on until the shaking stops. If no cover is available, cover your head and neck. If you are in a car, pull over, stop, and set your parking brake. If you are outdoors, stay away from tall buildings and trees. Do not run outside in panic if you are indoors. And avoid doorways. After an earthquake, check and attend to any injuries and seek medical help if necessary. Don't forget to assess your surroundings. Be prudent of
Alam mo na yun, sa amin na lang.
aftershocks. Check for hazards such as gas leaks, damaged structures, and fallen objects. Use text messages or social media to communicate, as phone lines may be overloaded.
Hindi man.
Follow local news and
Or siya.
emergency services for updates. Let us unite in spreading knowledge about safety, risks, fostering community resilience, and ensuring that every Filipino is equipped to face the uncertainties that earthquakes might bring. Together, we can build a safe and more resilient Philippines. By taking proactive steps, we not only protect ourselves, but also help contribute to building resilient communities.